South Korea is in the global spotlight as they host this year's Winter Olympics. But other than the games, most international news coverage of South Korea often focuses on the tensions between the country and its nuclear neighbor to the north. But what would you say if I told you that most South Koreans are actually more concerned about their economy than they are about North Korea? Hey guys, I'm Judah and you're watching NowThis World. When I was in South Korea last year, I was shocked to find out that some of their subway stations also doubled as bomb shelters. At first, it made me think that the threat of nuclear war must be on everyone's mind all the time. But that's not actually the case. So that got us thinking, what is life really like in South Korea? The country is located on the southern portion of, you guessed it, the Korean Peninsula. It's an incredibly homogenous society with most of its over 51 million citizens being ethnically Korean. The vast majority of those people also live in close proximity to one another. The country is so densely populated that on average there are more than 300 inhabitants per square kilometer of land. South Korea is also going through some dramatic shifts in its demographics. In fact, its birth rate has declined to record lows in recent years, and the country now has more younger people than older people for the first time in history. This decrease in Koreans of working age could have a grave impact on Asia's fourth largest economy. Still, South Korea is one of the most prosperous countries in the world, with a pretty high standard of living. The country ranks above the average in housing, civic engagement, and education. It has a GDP per capita of over 27,000 US dollars, and it also has one of the lowest levels of income inequality in the world. And not only do South Koreans make more money on average, but they also put that money to good use. South Koreans spend more than most countries on education, and way less on things like home furnishings. Like in much of the world, soccer is an extremely popular sport in South Korea, both playing and for watching. Esports are also proving to be a fast emerging pastime for many South Koreans. Even surfing is popular. Television and web surfing, that is. Another aspect of social life, religion, seems to be on the decline in South Korea. Most people now consider themselves non-religious, yet there still is a significant number of Protestants and Buddhists in the country. The country also has a rich cuisine culture. Fermented foods are really popular, with soybean paste and soy sauce playing essential roles in Korean cooking. A red chili paste known as gochujang is also a widely used condiment. And of course, we can't forget about kimchi, the spicy fermented vegetable dish that is a staple in the Korean diet. And more often than not, these dishes are washed down with a glass of the alcoholic beverage soju. Which brings us to our next point, the country's drinking culture. According to the marketing research firm Euromonitor International, in 2016, South Koreans on average consumed 14 shots of hard liquor per week, meaning they consume the most hard liquor than any other nation in the world. Alcohol is widely seen as a necessary tool to succeed in business and also to unwind from working long hours. Reportedly, South Korea has more alcoholics than any other country on earth, and the government spends about $20 billion per year on alcohol-related costs. Another trend in the country is going under the knife. It's estimated that South Korea has the highest per capita rate of cosmetic surgery in the world. One poll even found that 1 in 3 women between the age of 19 and 29 said they have had plastic surgery, and for men, about 1 in 5 of them have also had work done. And the most popular procedure? The so-called double eyelid surgery, which makes one's eyes bigger and provides a more stereotypically Western appearance. Worrying about things like cosmetic surgery may seem odd to outsiders, especially as tensions remain high with North Korea. But in addition to looking good, South Koreans crave normalcy and are generally united by the feeling that they're too busy to really care about missile threats. In fact, more than half of South Koreans said in a recent poll that they don't really think another war will break out on the Korean Peninsula. So while the world focuses attention on the diplomacy surrounding the Winter Games, in South Korea, people are probably still eating kimchi, drinking soju, and going about their daily lives, like they always do. So we saw in this episode that global perceptions, including my own, of how people live in certain countries, can often be ill-informed and just downright wrong. So what are some other places you'd like us to look into next? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching NowThis World, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for more every week.